several years ago, and based on the interest we share in rare blue egg-laying Araucana chickens, we met the Matwiowicz family of Poland. Tadeusz and Beta have become our friends, as well as their dog Kama, who's a member of the rare Polish Tatra mountain sheepdog breed. It has been Beata's dream to establish a kennel with Kama as its beginning. We had visited the Matwiowicz family late in 2010, and then we learned that they had already tried to breed Kama, but that had been a fruitless exercise. Before we left Poland, Joyce had a girl talk with Kama in the kitchen to try to convince her that she should be more cooperative with the next man dog to whom she was introduced. The apex of our visit was a stop at the shore of the Baltic Sea near the town of Gdansk. In late October, we learned that Diego with his family had visited the Matwiowicz's Buschwinkel kennel. And from the pictures we received, he and Kama appeared to enjoy their meeting. One evening late in December, we began to receive email announcing the arrival of Kama's puppies. There seemed to be 3 of them, but by our bedtime, there were 5. By 5 o'clock the next morning, our time, and that was almost noon in Poland, Kama had delivered a total of 11 puppies. And the final photograph we received was of a worn-out Beta sleeping in the kitchen floor beside Kama and her new family. Kama turned out to be a very good mother, but it wasn't long until she had to feed her 11 babies in shifts.
A mi się wydaje, że to było wczoraj. Państwo Polska przecieka czas między palcami i tak szybko biegnie. Cały dzień jest lekko szybciej. Budzimy się rano, bliżej do życia i już trzeba się położyć, by przygotować do następnego dnia. No i listopad z 2001 roku. Nagranie nie... Przepraszam, luty 2002 roku.
Between the natural facilities that Kama had and the supplemental food that Beta got, it took them about 2 hours for each meal for the babies. Beta had been concerned about how she would help Kama wean her pups, but their friend Andre, the veterinarian, said that would not be a problem, that Kama would know how to do that and when on her own. And sure enough, at about 6 weeks of age, Kama just decided that the puppies had had enough and that she would wean them. We have entitled this little movie, Kama's Fast Food.
In February of 2011, Fritz told me that my Valentine's gift would be a little late this year. I thought he'd ordered something and it just hadn't come before the 14th. Well, as it turned out, it was a long weekend trip to Poland to visit Kama, her 7-week-old puppies, and their family. I was there February 17th to February 22nd. I flew from Charlotte, North Carolina to Munich, Germany, on to Gdansk, Poland. Then I took the train through the snowy countryside to our Polish home and Buschwinkel kennel. Come with me on my Polish train ride. I was greeted warmly by this family and Kama. She was glad to see me. She all but smiled. Mr. Johnson, of course, wanted his share of attention. Kama and Mr. Johnson have grown up together, and they don't seem to realize that both of them are adults now. Beta, in her kind heart, kept me fed and well cared for this whole weekend. Kama went up with us to visit her family and to show off her babies. It was so precious to see them interact. The puppies, of course, were just a joy to hold and to play with. They all wanted attention, and they all got attention. Betta has done such a wonderful job of raising these puppies. Kama is a little bit distressed that these little guys of hers are not able to pay all her rough games. So she contents herself with giving each one a very, very thorough bath. These little fellows would come out soaking wet and fur standing every which way. I called it a bad hair day for Kama's babies. They may have looked like a train wreck, but they were surely happy at their mother's attention. The puppies were starting to go to their new homes, and we each loved on each one of them before they left. They've gone to a variety of places, and I'm just sure they'll have wonderful lives ahead of them. Kama was very attentive. I believe that she realized that time of separation was coming. I just could not get over the fact that these puppies and Mr. Johnson were all but the same size. Betta baked us a cake, and we just really enjoyed this. Betta is doing Buschwinkel business, and Kama is helping her by sleeping beside her. As the puppies would come downstairs, be brought downstairs to play with us, they would get into their own problems, such as getting in the curtain.